Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for Game 2 here between ICC and Southwest. The Indians, Game 1 winners, 11-3 in the first game of the day. And it'll be Maddie Miney to lead us off here as we'll be waiting this First American National Bank opening pitch coming from Spears. That pitch in there for a strike as it comes at 4:25. That's a 4:25 opening pitch brought to you by First American National Bank. Follow the flag from Iuka to Tupelo. That's First American National Bank. So 0-1 is the count here to Maddie Miney. That pitch missing outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Let's go ahead and take a look at today's Coca-Cola starting lineups. Maddie Miney will be leading us off. She's the shortstop. Rachel Stranisha will be at second base. Samantha Conley will be catching. Summer Kreider will be at third. Macy Cox will be the DP. We'll finish that after this pitch. Swung on and missed. Casey Carpenter will be the first baseman. Jessica Davis will be in right field. Ellie Miney will be out in left field. And Hope Harbin will be your center fielder. Kaylee Nelson will be pitching for the Indians here in Game 2. So 1-2 now is the count here to Maddie Miney, the shortstop. And she's going to say she went on the attempt, and that will go for a strikeout. So a Renaissance Bank strikeout of Maddie Miney to start the contest. And same way they started Game 1, they'll start Game 2, and now this will bring up Rachel Stranisha here for the Indians. Rachel playing second base, pretty much where she's been all year this year. She has seen a little bit of time at shortstop for the most part. She's been at second. That pitch inside for a strike. 0-1 now is the count. Remind you, if you have to step away from your computer, you can follow the game on Twitter, at Let's Go ICC on Twitter. Madison Haley's running that for us there today. If you want to hit us up on Twitter, let us know you're watching, at Let's Go ICC. Is there's going to be a grounder? It's going to be off the glove of the third baseman. Going to have to hurry to throw over. It's not in time. Well, a great play over there at third, as that was just a hard hit line drive. That's going to go for a base hit. And then Stranisha legging it out, a bang-bang play there, so that will go for a single for Stranisha. Actually, let's change that to an error on the play. Should have. So E5. Looking back on an instant replay, it wasn't hit as hard as I thought it was, as it hit her in the glove and popped out on the squeeze that time. So a break there for ICC on that error, and now this will bring up Samantha Conley, the catcher here in Game 2, like she was in the first game today. That pitch missing outside, evens up the count now at 1-1. Hey, what about Alex Brown checking in with us, the former ICC All-American, Miss All-World over at UNA right now, doing some great things there. We appreciate Alex checking in. As there's going to be a shot out to the center field. Center fielder's going to go back, and it's going to be off her glove. And this should score Stranisha, and she will. And ICC takes a 1-0 lead. Let's go back and look at that one. And that one's going to go as an error as well, just in and out of the glove of the center fielder that time. A play that probably should have been made. So the back-to-back errors now on Southwest, and ICC leads it 1-0. And now this is going to be Summer Kreider at the plate. Takes that first pitch across for a strike. So 0-1 is the count here on Summer Kreider. And Kreider takes a healthy chop at that one, swings and misses for strike two. 0-2 now is the count here to Summer. So 0-2 is the count with one out and a runner at second. This pitch fouled back off the netting and will stay at 0-2. So it is official now, since ICC did pick up the first win of the day, that ICC and Southwest will play in the opening round of the playoffs. Times to be announced on that one probably tomorrow, as that pitch missing outside for a ball. All depends on if some of these other games that have seating on the line get played today, or if they're going to have to extend those to Monday. So, yeah, they got to know for sure by Tuesday, because tournament starts on Wednesday. 1-2 pitch coming. This one lifted, foul and out of play. And that pitch missing 2-2 now is the count. So I figure if Alex is watching, Greg and the rest of the family are also tuned in here on the Red Channel. We do appreciate everyone that's tuned in all season. It's been a record-breaking season. Last year we had an all-time high of 41,000 viewers. As that pitch missing high and outside, 3-2 now is the count. We have surpassed that a couple of weeks ago as we hit the 45,000 viewer mark, and with a deep push and also hosting the region tournament, we're hoping to eclipse the 60,000 viewer mark by the end of this sports season. So 3-2 is the count here to Summer Kreider. Kreider fouls this pitch back to keep that alive here. As the count stays full, there's one out. It's been back-to-back errors on the Bears that have allowed the Indians to take a 1-0 lead. There's a shot that's going to be lifted and blistered out to the left side of the field, and that's going to go for a single off the bat of Summer Kreider. Nice job there by Summer, just laid back, waited on it, and ripped that pitch out there to left field, the first of the day for the Indians. And now there'll be runners on the corners for Macy Cox, the number 5 batter, coming to the plate. She's the DP. As Macy at the plate takes that first pitch for a ball, relaying some information back to the Fulton and kind of getting everything looking ahead of the state tournament. Now that we know who ICC will play, now it's just trying to figure out what time. ICC and Southwest will play Wednesday. If I'm thinking right, Jones will have the first option of when they play, and the pitch across for a strike. The throw to second is not in time. Now they're going to try to come home, and the throw is not there. And now they're going to try to throw it back to second one more time. And so you'll see the stolen base for Summer Kreider. The runner did not go until the ball got away, so that will just be a run scored. It will not be a stolen base for Samantha Conley. But ICC does push across the second run of the inning here. And Kreider is in scoring position with 1 out. 1-1 is the count here to Macy Cox. That pitch missing low and outside for a ball. Two balls, 1 strike, and 1 out is the situation here. Top of the first, game 2. Macy lifts one left side, trouble if it stays fair, and it's a foul ball. A great diving effort out there by Buzzy in left field. She just couldn't quite get to it in time, made the diving effort, and Macy will come back to the plate to live to see another day. My, oh my, great job out there in left field by Buzzy, even to make that close. She dove for the ball, and it was just a little bit too far outside of her reach. And so the count now will go 2-2 here on Macy Cox. 1 out and a runner at second base. That is Summer Kreider, who singled and stole a base to get there. Ground ball to the shortstop. It's going to lift the runner back to second. The throw over is not in time. Well, made her think about it for a second, and that's going to be a single for Macy Cox. As Summer, the throw actually lifted her up a little bit. And now this is going to bring up Casey Carpenter to the plate. So a good start to the contest here for the Indians. They've got 2 runs on the board with runners on first and second and only 1 out now. We're in the top of the first, game 2. ICC won the first game of the day, 11-3 in 5 innings. Carpenter pops this one up right side of the field, and the right fielder will come in and make the play for out number 2. And now this will be Jessica Davis coming to the plate. So Jessica, as we always say, traditional spelling, Jessica, but prefers to be called Jessica. She's playing in right field. It's her birthday. She hoping to get a sweep of Southwest as her birthday present today, is make that long ride home a little bit better for the Indians. Swings on that first pitch, a beauty, missing for a strike. Good location by Spears that time. Took a little bit of something off of that one for strike 1. Ellie Miney is on deck for the Indians. So 0-1 is the count. Davis pops this one up. Shortstop's going to drift back and will make the play for the out. So the Indians do cash in on a couple of errors. They get 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 errors, and 1 left on base, or excuse me, 2 left on base. ICC leads it 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. We'll take a break and hear a word from the PTK out of Tupelo right here on the ICC Sports Network.
Student involvement is a top priority here at Itawamba Community College.
If you want to be involved with student government, then the Student Government Association is the place for you.
If you have a stellar GPA, then Phi Theta Kappa is for you.
If you're interested in the diverse culture of our campus population, then the Diversity Club is for you.
If you're interested in leadership and service, then Indian Delegation is for you.
If you're majoring in computer programming or computer networking, then CPNA, the Computer Programming Networking Association, is for you.
If you're interested in good conversations and free lunch on Thursdays, then the Wesley Foundation is for you.
Our health science programs also have specific organizations for those majors.
Student Activities is excited to bring you new opportunities here at the ICC Tupelo campus.
Whatever your passion may be, we have a place for you.
This video is brought to you by Phi Theta Kappa, Beta Chi Sigma, Tupelo campus.
Celebrate outrageous amounts of toppings with Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest. With the most cheese and now with the most toppings at the nation's best price. Create your favorite pizza starting at $6. Pay, then express pickup at Little Caesars.
Pizza. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the bottom of the first inning. ICC gets 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 errors in the top half of the inning to take a 2-0 lead. This is game 2 between ICC and Southwest. These 2 teams will meet again on Wednesday in the opening round of the MACJC playoffs. That will be at Jones. Time to be determined on that one, so you want to be sure and visit letsgoicc.com, as well as follow us on Twitter at letsgoicc. Don't forget Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook as well to stay updated on when those games will be for the opening round of the MACJC tournament. So this is Buzzy at the plate. Kaylee Nelson is in the circle here for ICC as that first pitch missing low for a ball. Buzzy almost had a great play out in left field, a great hustle play as the ball just knifed away too far out of her reach in foul territory. That pitch across for a strike. Hey, my Pirates are on a win streak. They win 5-3 over Oakland in 13 innings today. There's going to be a foul ball. 1-2 now is the count here on Buzzy. Yep, I don't get to brag on my Pirates too often. So that was an exciting game there as they went 13 innings to pick up that win. They won last night 6-4 over Oakland as that pitch missing for a ball. 2-2 now is the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs is Buzzy starting us off here. Fouls that one back off the netting, and 2-2 will stay the count. We take a look at the defensive alignment here for ICC. The left side of the infield is in. Summer Kreider, the third baseman. Shortstop, Maddie Miney. Second baseman, Rachel Stranisha coming up as well. The first baseman, that is Casey Carpenter, who is staying at regular depth. And that pitch hops across for a ball, and now the count goes full here to Buzzy. A nice at-bat by Buzzy to start the bottom half of the inning here, as she's fouled off 2 or 3 pitches to keep this at-bat alive and rolling strong here. So 3-2 is the count. Payoff pitch coming here from Nelson. Grounder up the middle. It's going to be off the glove of the shortstop, and that's going to go for an error. So E6 on the play that time as the infield was in, made it a little bit tough to get to, but a routine play that Maddie typically makes there. And so now after committing 2 errors in the top half of the inning by the Bears, ICC giving one back here in the bottom half. And this will be Nation coming to the plate. Two 2-0 ICC with the lead. Shows bunt, committed to it. Goes for a strike, and the runner will head over after the ball got away. Well, she had stopped after the bunt was not laid down, so we'll give that an advance on the pass ball. If she would have continued running, you could have given her the stolen base, but the stop and then go is what erased that. So the runner moves into scoring position, a pitch that misses for a ball there. 1-2 now is the count. So they were going to try to do a little sacrifice bunt there by Nation. There's a grounder. Shortstop's going to have to hurry. Throw over is in time. 6-3 on the putout. The runner does advance on the ground out. So nice piece of running that time by Buzzy. And you saw Buzzy. She did a good job. She kind of stutter stepped and jumped over the ball, trying to get in the way of the shortstop, Maddie Miney, to see if you could have forced a error on the throw, but Maddie able to take care of business there and record that out 6-3. So now with 1 out in the inning, this is going to be the DP McNabb coming to the plate. She pitched majority of game 1, but was not a pitcher of record in that contest, as she came in to replace Schumann. And Schumann was hit with a loss. So that pitch hops across for a ball. This is McNabb with 1 out and a runner at third base. 2-0 ICC with the lead. Is that pitch in there for a strike? 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. We're in the bottom of the first, game 2. ICC wins the first game of the day, 11-3 in 5 innings. Trying to complete the sweep of the Bears. As that pitch drifts high for a ball, 2-1 now is the count. Well, as we said, the state tournament will be at Jones on Wednesday, so we anticipate seeing who will play who. Of course, we already know ICC's opponent, just waiting for the win. There's that pitch in there for a strike. And we'll see who they match up with. ICC will be the number 2 seed heading into postseason play. And, of course, this year a new format with the state tournament. It's going to be a double elimination 8-team tournament. As that pitch missing low for a ball, 3-2 now is the count. So the first 3 days, I believe, of the tournament, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all games will start at noon, with the in case or if needed championship game. Saturday's play will start at 1. And there's strike three. A beautiful Renaissance Bank strikeout there of McNabb gets her looking, as she thought that was ball four. The first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day. As this will bring up Jeffcoat. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, RenaissanceBank.com, member FDIC. So now with 2 outs, Jeffcoat, the first baseman, will try to spark a rally here. They do have a runner at third. That pitch in the dirt blocked up nicely by Conley. Jeffcoat had an RBI single in the first game of the day. That came in the bottom of the first. She's looking to duplicate that here. So 1-0 is the count to Jeffcoat. Excuse me, earlier in the game I said it was Spears that was pitching. It's actually not Spears, it's Latham. Spears is the flex player. She's playing in right field. I'm just so accustomed to the pitcher being in that flex position, but it is Latham who is on deck that is pitching here in game 2. 2-0 is the count to Jeffcoat, the first baseman. That pitch missing low for a ball. 3-0 now is the count. 3 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs. Jeffcoat trying to spark the bats here and see if the Bears can find a 2-out rally. And there's ball 4, that one inside. So 4 straight pitches and Jeffcoat will get the free pass, and here comes Latham. Well, Latham can help her own cause here. She can come up with a clutch 2-out hit to push across 1 run. So Latham will dig in with 2 outs. Runners on the corners here for the Bears. Nelson in the circle, getting the call from the dugout. Ground ball, and it's going to be a fair ball, and it's going to be off the backside of the third baseman, and that's going to go for an RBI single. Nice hard hit there by Latham. A good effort on the part of Kreider that time. The ball actually wasn't as tight down the line as she thought it was going to be, as it came off her arm and into left field, so that's going to go as an RBI single to score Buzzy. And now this will be McKenna Red coming to the plate. She's catching here in game 2, trying to see if they can find a way to push across that tying run, who is at second right now. Red batting in that 6th spot. ICC sent 7 to the plate in the top half of the inning. The 6th batter coming to the plate now here for the Bears. 2-1 ICC with the lead. That pitch outside corner for a strike. So 0-1 is the count. There is 2 outs. Runners at first and second here for the Bears. Game 2 between ICC and Southwest. Change-up hangs up as it drifts outside. 1-1 now goes the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Indians looking for the exit here. And that pitch missing inside. 2-1 now goes the count. Red, who is catching here in game 2. Didn't see her in the first game of the day, as that pitch missing low. 3-1 now is the count. So waiting the 3-1 offering here. Pitch on its way. Liner right back up the middle, and this could tie the contest. No, they're going to hold the runner at third. So that will go for a single for Red. Back-to-back hits now for the Bears, and they've got bases loaded.
Center fielder Madison Gower.
So now up is going to be Gower, the center fielder. 2 outs in the inning. ICC in a jam now with bases loaded, and Gower, the center fielder, coming to the plate. Well, Nelson saw an error to start the inning, then a ground out, a strikeout, then a 2-out walk, and back-to-back singles. With that pitch missing for a ball. 1-0 is the count. So that's where Southwest has done an exceptionally good job at here so far in game 1, is getting some action going with 2 outs in the inning. A base hit will tie it. It's to the gap and deep enough. Southwest can rally to take a lead here. We'll see what they do on this pitch. Missing low for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. So 2 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs. Bears shaking things up here with some 2-out rally going on. Is that pitch missing as well? 3-0 now is the count. Well, again, Nelson's a pitcher that likes to work low in the zone, and this umpire's not giving her anything right now low in that zone. So she's got to adjust. She's got to come up a little bit in this situation. Rely on her defense. 3-0 now is the count. Figure the red light will be on with bases loaded. It was, and it's a strike. 3-1 now is the count. So 3-1. Gower at the plate, and she takes the walk, and that will tie us. So a bases loaded walk will push across Jeffcoat. The easiest RBI of Gower's career. And now we're tied at 2, and we're going to have a break in the action. We'll hear from Sonic and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Man, these Red Bull slushes are invigorating, right?
I know it, man. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling pumped. I want to jump this thing.
I don't know if that's such a good idea, TJ.
No, man, I need help. Can we jump this thing?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Rush in for Sonic's new Red Bull slushes. Half price during happy hour.
Bacon, Swiss cheese, juicy chicken on a King's Hawaiian bun.
Oh, what else is it saying?
It's saying you still owe me that $30.
Hang up!
Hurry into Sonic for the King's Hawaiian Chicken or Burger Club and try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
And welcome back to action. A bases loaded walk right there ties us up at 2 as we're in the bottom of the first. Hey, let's give credit where credit's due. Southwest has done a great job. They had 2 outs in the inning, drew a walk, and then back-to-back singles, and then a bases loaded walk, and this will bring McManus up to the plate as they're trying to get the merry-go-round spinning here in the bottom of the first inning. Bases still full of Bears here. 2-2 now is your score. We're in the bottom of the first. This pitch popped up. First baseman will go over just a step in foul territory to get the out. So a good job that time by Nelson to come back and settle down and get that pop up to end the inning. But the Bears do some damage in the bottom half of the inning with 2 outs. They get 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 3 left on base. We played 1 here in Summit. We'll take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Your success at ICC starts with freshman orientation. Learn what the college has to offer, register for classes, meet your new ICC family, and discover all the ways to get involved across our 3 locations.
Hey guys, it's Madison, an orientation leader here at ICC. After you apply for enrollment, sign up for orientation because spots are filling up fast. Find out more at iccms.edu/orientation.
Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 2-2 is your score here as we played 1 inning in Game 2 for ICC to be the 8-9-1 batters due up. Ellie Miney, Hope Harbin, and then back to the top of the lineup in Maddie Miney. So this will be Ellie starting us off here, or as I like to call her, the perfect twin. As she is the twin sister of Maddie Miney. I actually think she's the older of the 2. Not 100% sure on that one as that pitch across for a strike to Ellie. Ellie is playing in left field. She and Joanna Vasquez kind of share those duties. As Ellie trying to start the Indians off on a positive note. ICC got 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 errors in the top of the first. And then for Southwest, as this pitch is popped up, shortstop is going to drift over. calls everyone off and makes the play to retire Miney. But to finish that thought, it was 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 error. It was an RBI single by Latham and then a bases-loaded walk to Gower that tied us at 2. So now with 1 out in the inning, this is going to be Hope Harbin, the center fielder, coming to the plate. Hope, she was 2 for 3 in the first game of the day with a pair of singles. Corners of the infield coming in because you got to respect her ability to lay down a bunt and the speed that she has to sprint down to first. She's done that a couple of times today, and one of them was a bang-bang play that they were able to retire her on, but she's also can hit for power. She's got a handful of triples on the year as well as that pitch missing outside. 2-0 now is the count. So basically it's darned if you do, darned if you don't. You got to see how the defense wants to play her, and if you play her back, she's going to be able to lay down that quick bunt down the third baseline, which she does greatly and has done all season long. But if you lay back on her, but if you come in, she also has the ability to pull back and swing away. As that pitch in there for a strike. 2-1 now is the count. And you've seen that as the game of softball has progressed. A lot of people use that number 9 batter as a second leadoff batter. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out here on Hope Harbin. Hope rips one. It's going to bounce off the pitcher, and the first baseman that was going over to go and get it will not be able to get to it. And just a good job that time by Hope, a hard hit ball, and the pitcher, she kind of just turned around in self-defense, and I think that one might have caught her on the arm, so hopefully nothing serious done there, as they're going to come out and talk with Latham, as Coach Kirk going to come out and check on her as well. The trainer out for Southwest. Let's take a quick break and hear from the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
And welcome back, as Latham says she's okay. The home plate umpire did the right thing by offering her an opportunity to throw some warm-up pitches. She says, no, I'm good, let's play ball. So this will be Maddie Miney at the plate. Maddie struck out swinging in her first at bat of the game. ICC and Southwest tied at 2. We're in the top of the second. That pitch across for a strike to Miney. We've got Hope Harbin, who is over at first base. She singled off the arm of the pitcher, a hard hit ball that Latham was able to shake off. Hope is over at first. She is a threat to steal, as this pitch popped up and it's going to get out of play. And 0-2 now will go the count here on Maddie Miney. Well, as we talked about, the Miney Twins got family watching back in Iowa and Missouri. We want to give a shout out to them. And I don't know if the Ping family is still around. I know they come out and to sophomore day for Macy, and they might have stuck around through the weekend to watch the games this afternoon as well. If not, they're back watching in Virginia. So 0-2 is the count here on Maddie Miney. Pitch coming. Runner will go. The throw down it was in time, but the tag was not there. Take a look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay, as the good throw by Red just hopped up, and the hop carried the tag too high, and that'll go as a stolen base for Hope Harbin. Well, as the old chant will say, look what a hit will do here for the Indians. 1-2 is the count on Maddie Miney, with Speedy Harbin at second. Miney lifts this one out to the left side. Left fielder's going to come up underneath it and get it for the out. So a good job out there in left field, as that one just hung up a little too long for the Indians, and now there's 2 outs, and this is going to be Rachel Stranisha coming to the plate. Rachel reached on an error and scored a run in her previous at-bat. So Stranisha going to try to spark a 2-out rally. We saw that from the Bears in the bottom of the first. They plated both their runs with 2 outs in the inning. So ICC going to try to do the same here. Hope Harbin, she's at second base. She singled, stole a base. And now with 2 outs in the inning, this is Rachel Stranisha. Rachel will stand in and takes that pitch inside for a ball. So 1-0 is the count here on Stranisha. A beautiful day for softball here in Summit, Mississippi. As that pitch goes high, 2-0 now is the count. And I'm going to say she was safe as Harbin was a little late getting back that time. She was able to slide in and grab the bag before the tag was applied. So 2-0 is the count now here to Stranisha. That pitch going to miss outside. 3-0 now is the count. Well, Harbin kind of daring them to throw the ball to second after that last time, as she kind of just stood there and waited. She's one of those that if you do throw to second like that again, she's got the speed to be able to break to third, but Red has shown that she's got a pretty good arm behind the plate. 3-0 is the count now here to Stranisha. Red light was on, and the strike at the knees. 3-1 now is the count here on Rachel. Samantha Conley's on deck. Bear fans would like to see her start us off in the top of the third. ICC fans would love to see the Indians get that merry-go-round spinning, much like they did in Game 2 with a 9-run second inning. And that pitch across for a strike. Good job by Latham to zip those last two pitches across for a strike. Stranisha taking the whole way that time, as now the count goes full. So Rach is going to have to guard the dish here. 3-2 is the count. 2 outs and a runner on second. 2-2 is your score. We're on the top of the second. Game 2. Deuce is wild. And that pitch in there for a strike. 3. Well, Rachel will go down looking at the second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day. ICC fans not liking it. Looked pretty good from my point of view. As we'll take a break and hear from Renaissance Bank and more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. ICC, they leave a runner stranded in scoring position in the top of the second inning. ICC has left 3 runners stranded, 2 of those in scoring position. And due up here for the Bears is going to be the 9-1-2 batters, Nelson, Buzzy, and Nation due up. 2-2 is your score. Game 2. If you're just now joining us, ICC picked up the 11-3 win in the first game of the day. That was in 5 innings. It was a 9-run second inning that sparked it for the Indians. So this will be Nelson versus Nelson here in the circle. That first pitch missing for a ball. Well, Nelson continued to struggle to find the strike zone here early on. She did walk 1. She gave up 2 hits. There was an error that allowed a run to score in the bottom of the first. As that pitch in there for a strike. Good job by Nelson battling back and even up the count now at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and no outs. As this is Nelson leading us off. Buzzy and Nation due up here in the bottom of the second. Game 2 between ICC and Southwest. Shows butt, and it's going to be a foul ball. That one just had a little too much English on it that time as it rolled foul. Carpenter scooped it up, and now the count will go 1-2 here on Nelson. So trying to lay down that surprise bunt down that first base side. Nelson was there anticipating the attempt there, and she was able to get back, and the ball just rolled foul. So that was kind of a break for Southwest as the pitch did go foul, and now Coach Kirk wanting to come out and talk to the girls in the circle here. Quick break, we'll take it. Let's hear from let's hear from Coke and be back right after this.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with the Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
And welcome back after that spirited timeout. Ground ball, that's going to be a foul ball, and the count will stay 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. As this is Nelson at the plate, leading us off here in the bottom of the second. Pops this one up, back and out of play, and we'll stay at 1-2. Nice at bat right now by Nelson. A couple of foul balls to keep this at bat alive. And there's strike 3. A big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout there. Got her swinging at that one. That is going to be the second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Nelson. We go back to the top of the lineup. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, renaissancebank.com. So bunt, and that was across for a strike. That pitch hops across for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Nobody on here for the Bears. Bottom of the second, 2-2 is the score. ICC and Southwest here in game 2. And that pitch across for a strike. Nelson doing a much better job over this inning, filling up the strike zone here as Buzzy looked at that one across. 1-2 pitch coming. That one missing outside. Not a bad spot to miss that time. That pitch missing outside as well. 3-2 now is the count. So a nice job by Buzzy to pretty good eye on those last 2 pitches, not chase them out of the zone. 3-2 pitch on its way. Grounder right back to the pitcher. And the throw over is in time for the out. Nice job that time by Nelson defending her position. 1-3 on the putout for the second out of the inning. And now this will bring up Nation.
Number 0, Josie Nation.
So Josie Nation will step in here trying to spark a 2-out rally. That's whenever the Bears got it done in the previous inning. Both of those runs scored with 2 outs in the inning. ICC got a single and stolen base, but left Hope Harmon stranded in the top half of the inning. The Indians trying to find a 3-up, 3-down bottom half as that pitch missing high and outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count here to Nation. She grounded out to the shortstop in her first at bat of the day. Defense pretty squared away like normal. As this pitch driven out to center field, back, and it's going to be off the wall. And that's going to go for a double. As Hope Harmon just couldn't quite find the wall as she was looking back for it. The ball went over her and bounced off the wall for a double. So a 2-out double there by Nation. Clutch hit there. And once again, another 2-out rally sparked here for the Bears. And this is going to bring up McNabb. McNabb struck out looking in her first at bat. She's a DP. She was the pitcher in the first game of the day. I was going to say she's a pitcher, but she's the pitcher in game 1, not here in game 2. That pitch bounces across, blocked up nicely that time by Conley. Ball got away, but not far enough to allow the runner to advance. 1-0 is the count. There's a shot that's going to be over the head of a leaping shortstop, and that's going to score a run. Could be back-to-back doubles here, and yes, it will be. And the Bears take a 3-2 lead. Once again, 2-out hitting coming up clutch here for the Bears as they lead it now 3-2. Back-to-back doubles. Nation, then McNabb. And now it's 3-2 Bears here in game 2. And this will bring up Jeffcoat. Jeffcoat walked and scored a run in her last at bat. That pitch in there for a strike from Nelson. 0-1 is the count here to Jeffcoat. Well, let's give credit where credit's due. You get things going with 2 outs in the inning. It's pretty impressive in back-to-back innings now that the Bears have done that. Ground ball to the shortstop. Miney gets it, throws over. It's in the dirt, but dug up nicely that time on the part of Casey Carpenter. 6-3 on the putout. So 1 run scores on 2 hits and 1 left on base. We've played 2 here in game 2. The Bears lead at 3-2. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Your success at ICC starts with freshman orientation. Learn what the college has to offer, register for classes, meet your new ICC family, and discover all the ways to get involved across our 3 locations.
Hey guys, it's Madison, an orientation leader here at ICC. After you apply for enrollment, sign up for orientation because spots are filling up fast. Find out more at iccms.edu/orientation.
Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 3-2 is your score after back-to-back doubles in the bottom of the second. Nation doubled and scored on a double by McNabb before a ground out to the shortstop. Ended the inning there for the Bears. So for ICC, it'll be the 3-4-5 batters due up, and Samantha Conley will start us off here in the top of the 3rd. This is game 2 between ICC and Southwest. And Conley, ouch, hit by the pitch, and she will head down to first, and that one hurt. You heard the pop all the way up here, and I don't know if that one maybe got her on the hand or where, or hopefully just got her on the arm that time, as Conley going to walk it off over there, and they're going to get a runner into this situation. This is going to be number 13, Lily Moore.
Returning to first base, number 13, Lily Moore.
So Moore will come in to run in place of Conley, and Conley, she's old school. She didn't rub it. Say if you get hit by a pitch, don't rub it, and she didn't do it there. So Conley will come in to run in this situation, and now this will be Summer Kreider at the plate. Summer stole a base, but was left stranded back in the first. That was a 2-run bottom of the first, or excuse me, top of the first for ICC. So the Indians trying to find a way to get that run back here in the top of the 3rd. Kreider lifts that pitch across for a strike. Nice job by Latham to come back and zip that one in the zone for a strike to Kreider. Summer always a long ball threat here. The ball's not traveling too well this afternoon in the ballpark. As we said, you look at the ballpark when you come here, it looks small, but it plays a lot larger than it actually is. Got the high fence that circles all the way around the field. As Kreider, she's jammed on that one, and the ball is going to roll foul. Well, that was almost a very, very smart play by the first baseman, as it hit and had some spin back towards the field, and then it just tracked foul on the other side of the bag. If that one somehow stays fair, then that would have been an easy out and a big-time break there for the Bears, but instead it goes foul, and now the count goes 0-2 here on Summer Kreider. So no balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. Samantha Conley was hit by a pitch. She was replaced on the bases by Lily Moore here. We're in the top of the 3rd. Kreider at the plate. Takes up to that pitch outside. The snap throw down to first as Moore dives back without an issue. Smart play by Red. As we said, a very impressive arm behind the plate. She's already showed it off a couple of times today. Moore was able to get back safely. 1-2 now is the count. Kreider at the plate. Rips this one, but pulls it foul. So nice all-speed pitch that time. Kreider way ahead of that one. Able to find a piece of it. Keeps the at-bat now at 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and no outs. Lily Moore is over at first base. Indians trying to find a way to tie this contest. They trail it 3-2 here in game 2. That pitch missing outside for a ball. 2-2 now is the count to the 3rd baseman, Kreider. Macy Cox is on deck for the Indians. Casey Carpenter is in the hole. So Kreider awaiting the 2-2 offering here from Latham. Little hit and run action, swing and a miss. The throw is not in time, so that will go as a stolen base for Moore. A strikeout by Kreider, the 3rd Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Latham. It was a hit and run situation. And now this is going to be Macy Cox coming to the plate. So the tying run is in scoring position. Macy Cox, who singled and was left stranded back in that first inning where the Indians scored 2. An RBI opportunity here for Cox at the plate. That pitch missing low and outside for a ball. Well, the sun continued to set here in Summit as we talked about it. An absolute beautiful day for softball. Really nice in the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation broadcast booth because we got an air conditioner running. 1-0 is the count. That pitch missing outside. 2-0 now is the count here to Macy Cox. We do appreciate Ganelle and the rest of the crew here at Southwest for all their great hospitality. My boy Jay White in there doing the play-by-play for them. I believe he's Jay White Sports, or Jay White Sports on Twitter if you want to give him a follow. As that pitch drifts high for a ball. He does some work for Mississippi Public Broadcasting. Fellow wrestling fan, so a cool guy in my book. 3-0 is the count now here to Macy Cox. So the Indians trying to find a way to spark a rally here. They trail it 3-2. And Macy taking the pitch the whole way that time. 3-1 now is the count. She thought about tossing the bat and hitting down to first, but that was a nice pitch by Latham right down the middle for a 3-1 count now here on the DP out of Troy, Tennessee. And there's ball 4. Thought that one looked pretty good, but a little low for the umpire's liking, and that will be a walk issued to Macy Cox. And this will be Casey Carpenter coming to the plate.
Number 27, Casey Carpenter.
So Carpenter will dig in with 1 out. Runners on first and second here. Carpenter trying to find a way to push across Lily Moore, who is at second base. Stands in, takes that first pitch high for a ball. Lily is running in place of Samantha Conley, who was hit by a pitch to start this inning. It was a hit and run situation that Moore was able to get to second on stolen base after a swinging strike 3 called on Summer Kreider. Macy Cox walked, and that brings us to Casey Carpenter now with 1 out in the inning. Carpenter looks at that pitch. It goes high. 2-0 now is the count. Well, Latham kind of struggling right now. Her shortstop wants to come up and talk to her, maybe calm her down a little bit and get her refocused. Offer a brief word of encouragement as Carpenter will dig back in. Tying run is at second for the Indians. 3-2 is your score. Top of the 3rd inning. We're in game 2 here between ICC and Southwest. As that pitch goes high, ball gets away, and that's going to allow the runners to advance. So the runners will advance on the pass ball. And now An RBI opportunity, maybe even 2 RBI opportunity here if Casey Carpenter could put the pat on the ball. But you figure it's really a red light situation here for Carpenter with a 3-0 count. Second straight batter that Latham has ran into a 3-0 count, then that will be a walk there. So back-to-back walks, and we're going to have a conversation in the circle here for Southwest. As they do that, we're going to take a break. Bases loaded for the Indians. There's one out here in the top of the third. Let's hear from Sonic and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Man, these Red Bull slushes are invigorating, right?
I know it, man. I'm feeling confident, feeling pumped. I want to jump this thing.
I don't know if that's such a good idea, TJ.
No, man, I need help. Can we jump this thing?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Rush in for Sonic's new Red Bull slushes. Half price during happy hour.
Bacon, Swiss cheese, juicy chicken on a King's Hawaiian bun.
Oh, what else is it saying?
Oh, it's saying you still owe me that $30.
Hang up!
Hurry into Sonic for the King's Hawaiian Chicken or Burger Club and try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. No changes made there for Southwest, as this is going to be Jessica Davis coming to the plate. She popped up to the shortstop to end the first, so the birthday girl looking to redeem herself here with 1 out and bases loaded. That pitch high for a ball. But right now, if you're the Indians, you kind of just lay back and kind of just find a way to see if Latham can adjust and find the zone here, as her last 8 of her last 9 pitches have been called for a ball. Davis pops this one up. Infield fly rule in effect here. And now, though, the ball is going to be dropped. Well, it was the infield fly rule anyway. So the tag goes back. Or excuse me, the throw to third.
Come on, Jess.
So infield fly on that one. So that's going to be the second out. Now this is going to be Ellie Miney coming to the plate. So a big-time pitch there from Latham to get the infield fly rule. Now if they can find a way to get out of this bases loaded jam, it could be huge here for the Bears. Ellie Miney, she flew out to center field in her first at-bat today. So that first pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count here to Ellie Miney. So Miney at the dish. 0-1 is the count. 2 outs. Bases full of Indians here. We're in the top of the third as that pitch goes high. Good job by Red going up and finding that one. If it gets away, it could have been given Lily Moore a chance to scamper home and tie the game. So 1-1 now is the count here to Ellie Miney, who's playing in left field. Did not play in the first game of the day. Getting to see action here in the second game. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. That pitch high. 2-1 now is the count here to Miney. If Miney were to reach, it'll be Hope Harbin up next for the Indians. ICC trying to do a lot like the Bears have done in their 2 at-bats so far. Find a hits with 2 outs in the inning. That's how all 3 runs have scored for the Bears so far. They've come with 2 outs. 2-1 is the count here to Miney. Ellie rips one. Shortstop's going to try to get to it. The throw over is in time. Got her by a step. What a great throw there by the shortstop. Tough play there, but executed nicely. As I thought for a second, had a chance to leg that one out, but a very, very impressive throw from short to first, and that gets the Bears out of a big-time jam there. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. Lady Mo, she's wearing the blue and white of the Bears right now. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawama County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back, as we do have some position changes here for the Indians. Back into the contest is going to be Samantha Conley, who will be catching. The DP, Macy Cox, will now become the first baseman. The third baseman is going to, or excuse me, the first baseman was Casey Carpenter. She'll now go over to third. And that looks like the only changes so far in the contest. Check the outfield, and we're also going to have a new right fielder for ICC. That's going to be Mackenzie Toombs coming in at right field, number 16. And that's going to wrap up your changes there. So Toombs coming in right field for Jessica Davis. So a trio of changes, actually 4 changes. So let's go over those Sonic position changes with you once again. Samantha Conley, who was ran for by Lily Moore, she comes back in catching. The new first baseman will be Macy Cox. The new third baseman will be Casey Carpenter, who was at first. She's replacing Summer Kreider. And then you'll have a new right fielder, and that's going to be Mackenzie Toombs in for the Indians. So Latham, who had an RBI single in her first at-bat of the day, will start the Bears off here. She is the pitcher in this game, and right now stands to pick up the win as the Bears lead at 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the third inning. ICC had bases loaded but just could not do anything with it after an infield fly rule and then a ground out on a great play. This one's going to be a deep fly ball, and it's gone. Well, Latham is doing the job today as she just gets her second RBI of the game. That's going to be a solo home run. And the Bears, everything going their way here in game 2. A solo shot there from Latham. And it's now 4-2. Well, that was one. You heard it off the bat. We talked about the ball not traveling well today. There's not a whole lot of wind blowing. Well, guess what? That one didn't need a whole lot of wind blowing, as Latham squared that one up and punched it out of the ballpark. And now this is going to be Red coming to the plate here for the Bears. Red catching here in game 2. She had a single and was left stranded in scoring position. Ground ball, third baseman gets it, throw over is in time. 5-3 on the putout, as that was Casey to Macy on the putout. So that was the first out of the inning on one pitch, and now this is going to be Gower. Gower drew a bases-loaded walk to push across a run. She was left stranded over at first. That was back in that 2-run first inning. Showed bunt and then tried to slap at it. Came up empty. 0-1 now is the count. 4-2 now is your score after that solo home run by Latham to start the inning. And it's been all Bears here in game 2. As that pitch goes high for a ball, 1-1 now is the count. We do want to remind you that these two teams will square off again in the opening round of the MACJC tournament on Wednesday at Jones. We'll be waiting to see what time that game is. As that pitch hops across for a ball, 2-1 now is the count. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out after that ground out to the third baseman. Nelson in the circle here, getting set to deliver. This one popped up. Cox will come charging in and will squeeze it for the out. Well, good job that time by Macy. I don't know if you heard it clear enough, or I know I heard it up here, but I don't know if it translated clear across the broadcast, but quickly calling everyone off. And now this will be McManus, who popped up in foul territory to Carpenter when she was over at first base. Carpenter's now over at third. So far, the Bears have put at least one run on the board each inning, as that's going to be a grounder. Second baseman goes over and makes the play, tosses it for the putout, but the Bears do get one run on one hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. 4-2 is your score as we head to the top of the fourth inning. ICC's got to find some bats. It'll be the 9-1-2 batters coming up, Harbin, Miney, and Stranisha. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton, or online davisfordsales.com.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6. Pizza.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 4-2 is your score after a solo home run by Latham. She's been the difference in this game, 1, pitching-wise, and 2, she's got an RBI single and that home run, so she's accounted for a pair of those runs, and that's the difference in the game right now. That first pitch high for a ball. This is Hope Harbin. She singled, stole a base, but was left stranded in scoring position. That was back in the second inning and her first at-bat of the day. So Harbin trying to spark the bats here for the Indians. Pops this one up. Jammed her. The shortstop's going to go back in shallow left field and get the out. Good pitch by Latham that time. In on the hands of Harbin, who couldn't hold off on that one. Pops it up and one out now. We go back to the top lineup in Maddie Miney. Maddie is 0 for 2 of the day. She struck out swinging and flew out to left on a nice play by the left fielder who made a long running catch to retire Miney for the second time here in game 2. Shows bunt, pulls back and takes it for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Well, Maddie's been in that leadoff position all season long for the Indians. Leads the team in just about every category except RBIs, which would be impressive if she was in that leadoff position if she did. That pitch in there for a strike, even at the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Nobody on here. We're in the top of the fourth inning. Game 2, ICC trailing Southwest 4-2 here in the final game of the day. Final game of the regular season for both teams as well. And as we've mentioned, and probably will mention again, these two teams will square off in the opening round of the playoff. Pop up, and it's going to be out. Just enough room over there in front of the dugout. And we saw this in Game 2 against Meridian. Those type of plays would get out of play in Game 1, not doing so in Game 2. And you see some great catches, some great plays made by Meridian and now Southwest. So the Indians have kind of been snake-bitten in these last couple of series where Game 2s they've just not played well, and not discrediting Southwest or Meridian by the case because they're doing what it takes to get it done. As that pitch to Rachel Stranisha is high for a ball. Rachel is 0 for 2 of the day. She reached on an error and scored a run back in the first inning. She struck out looking to end the second. So Rachel and the Indians trying to spark a 2-out rally. ICC left bases loaded in the top of the third. Is that pitch a beauty on that outside corner for a strike? 1-1 now goes the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. As Latham taking her time here, getting the call from the dugout. That pitch, another beauty in there for a strike. 1-2 is the count. The Indians, they just haven't been able to figure out the riddle that is Latham. If it wasn't for a couple of errors in the first inning, ICC may not even have a run on the board yet. So 1-2 now is the count here to Stranicia. Pitch coming. She's going to pop it up. Second baseman's going to jog back, and the right fielder can't come in and make the play. That's going to drop for a hit there for Rachel Stranicia. An outstanding effort that time by the right fielder to come up and make the play on that one. Kind of surprised that the second baseman didn't go back and get that one. She kind of gave up on it. Don't know if she couldn't see the ball or what. The right fielder tried to come in and make a diving catch, could not do so. And so a clutch 2-out hit there for the Indians, but this is where the Indians have had a problem versus Southwest. Southwest been able to get the hits with 2 outs. ICC can't string together some 2-outs hits. So now this will be Samantha Conley at the plate. Takes that first pitch in there for a strike. Sam reached on an error, scored on a run. She was hit by a pitch. Her runner, Lily Moore, came in, stole a base, advanced on a pass ball, but was left stranded in scoring position back in the third. ICC has left 6 runners on the bag, 4 of those in scoring position so far in the contest. As Sam laid on that one, fouls it back and out of play. 0-2 now is the count. For the Bears, they have left 4 runners on the base, 3 of those in scoring position. So they've been able to cash in on the opportunities when they've had them, and that's why they lead this contest 4-2. 0-2 is the count here on Conley. There's 2 outs and a runner at first base. Samantha trying to spark a 2-out rally here for the Indians. That pitch goes high for a ball. If Conley were to reach, it'll be Joanna Vasquez due up next for the Indians. So the 1-2 pitch coming. Conley sends a flare down the left side, and it's going to go foul. And the count will stay 1-2. So Sam trying to find a way to win this at-bat here. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first base, that's Rachel Stranicia, who dropped a little bloop single in front of a diving right fielder with 2 outs in the inning. So ICC trying to spark a rally here. They trail it 4-2. We're in the top of the 4th. Oh, good looking pitch there that could have easily been called strike 3. Instead, I think the catcher setting that far up outside kind of took that one away from him. So a tough break there for the Bears as now the count goes 2-2. Good looking pitch by Latham that time. Not a bad spot to miss. That was a borderline pitch that just didn't go her way. 2-2 pitch coming. Conley. And that's going to be a foul ball as it drops right there in front of the third baseman. And ICC fans trying to say that that was on the line when she touched it. It wasn't. I'm sorry, ICC fans. That was a good call by the home plate umpire that time, as it was in foul territory when she made contact with the ball. So just a tough break there for the Indians. But Conley battling, trying to find a way to win this at-bat right now. 2-2 is the count with 2 outs and a runner at first. Ground up the middle is going to get through for a hit. Nice at-bat that time by Samantha Conley. Go back and look at that one on the Little Caesars instant replay as she just battled, and found a way to win that battle. Shortstop couldn't get to it, so now it'll be runners at first and second. And this is going to be Joanna Vasquez coming to the plate for the Indians. So Vasquez will come to the plate for the first time here in Game 2. She's batting in place of Summer Kreider. So with 2 outs in the innings, runners at first and second, JoJo will step up to the plate. Takes a look at that first pitch. It's going to miss high for a ball. Can the Indians spark a 2-out rally? We've seen the Bears do it twice today. They lead it 4-2 after a solo home run in the bottom of the third inning by Latham, who is in the circle, by the way. So Latham really helping out her own cause. She had an RBI single in that solo home run. Little ground ball to the second baseman. That should do it. The throw over is in time for the putout. So once again, Latham running into some trouble, but finding her way out of the jam, as that's going to be a ground out to second to end the inning. So the Indians get no runs on 2 hits And no errors and 2 left on base. ICC now has stranded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the bags, with 5 of those in scoring position. We'll take a timeout and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network. Southwest leads at 4-2 as we head to the bottom of the 4th here in Game 2.
Man, these Red Bull slushes are invigorating, right?
I know it, man. I'm feeling confident, feeling pumped. I want to jump this thing.
I don't know if that's such a good idea, TJ.
No, man, I need help. Can we jump this thing?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Rush in for Sonic's new Red Bull slushes. Half price during happy hour.
Bacon, Swiss cheese, juicy chicken on a King's Hawaiian bun.
Oh, what else is it saying?
It's saying you still owe me that $30.
Hang up!
Hurry into Sonic for the King's Hawaiian Chicken or Burger Club and try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back. This has been all Southwest here in Game 2. They lead at 4-2 as ICC has left 5 of their 7 runners in scoring position this afternoon. Southwest, they got 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning after the Indians scored 2 in the top half. Then it was a RBI double by McNabb and a solo home run by Latham. That stands to be the difference in the game right now. So ICC is going to have to try to find a way to rally, as we might be having some switches here for Southwest as well. Or maybe he's just giving some changes. I don't know. We've seen a lot of conversation between the coaches and the umpires today, but we haven't seen as many changes as they've talked about for some reason today.
Putting up the Lady Bears, the shortstops, Tara Nelson.
So Nelson will start the inning off here. She struck out swinging for the first out of the second inning, but once again, 2 out hitting for Southwest has been clutch today, as they got a run in that inning with a back-to-back 2-out doubles. So Nelson, who has played well, had an outstanding play to get the Indians, or excuse me, to end the inning when the Indians had bases loaded. It was a bang-bang play that went the way of Southwest, and a good call. I'm not saying it wasn't a good call, but a good call on the part of the infield umpire. As a swing and a miss there. 0-2 now, quickly ahead in the count is Nelson. Nelson's been roughed up a little bit. She's given up 5 hits, 3 of those going for extra bases, and has given up that home run in the previous inning. Trying to see if she can find her 3rd Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day, and that one fouled off back and out of play. Nice job that time by Nelson to find a piece of it. So a little Nelson on Nelson action here, as for ICC fans who are hoping Kaylee Nelson can find a way to win this battle. 0-2 is the count here. Nelson will dig in and await the offering. That pitch goes high for a ball. 1-2 now is the count. We'll go back to the top of the lineup. We'll have a new batter coming in the top of the lineup for Southwest. Laid back and fouls that one off. A good job that time. Saw that it was off speed, went with it, and tried to get it down that right field line, but could not find enough of it to stay in fair territory. And 1-2 will stay the count here on Nelson. Well, you can see highlights from today's games and also the baseball sweep of Gulf Coast by visiting our YouTube channel. Simply search Let's Go ICC. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel while you're there. That 1-2 pitch, missing low and inside. 2-2 now is the count. Not a bad job that time by Nelson, coming in to see if you couldn't get her to chase one after being late on a couple of outside pitches. Good eye, though, on the part of Southwest Nelson to hold off on it. 2-2 is the count. Pitch coming. Fouled off, and we'll stay at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs as Nelson, the shortstop, is leading us off here. We said she struck out swinging in her first at bat. She is 1 of 2 Renaissance Bank strikeouts so far in the game here for Kaylee Nelson. Two pitch coming. Foul back, and it'll keep the at-bat alive here for Nelson. So pretty good battle going on right now. Which Nelson can find a way to win it. We'll find out after this pitch coming here from Kaylee Nelson. No outs as Southwest just now starting the bottom half of the fourth inning. They lead it 4-2. This pitch lifted. Center fielder Hope Hartman will go back and squeeze it for the out. So a good job by Kaylee Nelson to eventually win that with a fly ball, routine fly ball out to center field for out number 1. We go to the top of the lineup now for Southwest.
Pitching for the Lady Bears, number 3, Devin Firestone.
So Firestone coming to the plate. First time we've seen her today. So with 1 out and nobody on, she'll see if she can fire up the bats here for the Bears. They lead it 4-2. Time is taken. Well, they did sub her in at the beginning of the inning. And I guess the home plate umpire forgot to tell ICC because Coach Kurt come out and said something, and he said, no, that's my bad. And
Hey, guys, y'all shut that gate.
so that first pitch did not count, so that one will go for a ball. 4-2 is your score. The Bears with the lead here in Game 2 over the Indians. ICC, they've had their opportunities. They have left 7 runners on the bases, 5 of those in scoring position. That pitch across for a strike, even to the count now at 1-1. Southwest, they've left 4 on the bags, 3 of those in scoring position. So they've done a good job today of executing when they've had the opportunities, and most of those runs, all of them except 1, coming with 2 outs in the inning. Ground ball, slow roller, and the throw over is in time for Carpenter. Carpenter showing off. She's got a rocket over there at third base. Score that one 5-3 on the putout. That Casey to Macy matchup again. Good for the second out of the inning, and now this will bring up Nation. Mason doubled and scored a run. That was in the second. So she's hoping to duplicate that at bat here for the Bears. 2 outs in the inning. This is where the Bears have been dangerous here in Game 2. As that changeup hangs up for a ball, 1-0 is the count. We also do want to remind you that next week we'll have, almost at homecoming, not homecoming, graduation. As there's a ground ball, rolls up the arm of the shortstop, and a great throw over by Maddie Miney to get the out. To finish that thought, we will have graduation coming your way on Thursday and Friday on the Blue Channel. Visit letsgoicctv.com/blue. Follow Itawamba CC for more information on when those graduations are. Information also available at iccms.edu. We've played 4. ICC trails its needs to find the hit sticks here in the top of the 5th. 4-2 Southwest with the lead. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
At Itawamba Community College, your education is our priority. With a 20-to-1 student-teacher ratio, you will get the help that you need from your instructors. With 3 locations in Fulton, Tupelo, and Belden, ICC offers classes that will prepare you to enter almost any job field of your choice. Apply online today at apply.iccms.edu and come be a part of our ICC family. Itawamba Community College, the best start here. This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Indians trail at 4-2 as we head now to the top of the 5th inning. Macy Cox, Casey Carpenter scheduled up, and we'll see who comes into bat in place of Jessica Davis. It might be Mackenzie Toombs, who is entered out in right field. Macy is 1 for 1 on the day with the walk. Swings to the first pitch he sees. Oh, a nice stop over at second base. The throw over is in time. Well, if you're an ICC fan and Macy Cox, all you can do is tip your cap to Nation, who made a great diving stop. Didn't panic, had enough time to throw it over for the out. And so a great job there defensively. And I tell you what, Southwest has been all Southwest, offensively, defensively here in game 2. And you know, there's days where you say the breaks beat the girls. Well, right now Southwest is beating the girls as they have put on a clinic. This is Casey Carpenter at the plate. Casey flew out to right field, walked and was left stranded back in the 3rd inning. Trying to spark the bats here for the Indians. They trail at 4-2. We're in the top of the 5th. Outs becoming crucial here for the Indians. This shot pulled foul down the line. And 0-2 now will go the count here on Casey Carpenter. Carpenter started the game playing over at first base. She's now playing 3rd. Macy Cox, who was the DP, is now at first base, and it will be Mackenzie Toombs who is due up next for the Indians. There's going to be a hit, and it's going to drop. Well, a nice job by Carpenter. Just laid back and waited on it that time, and Casey delivers a 1-out single. And the first time for a while, the Indians have had a runner on with only 1 out in the inning. We'll have a runner coming into this situation. This is going to be number 6.
First base, number 6, Hannah Sparks.
And that's going to be Hannah Sparks coming in to run for ICC. And this is going to be Mackenzie Toombs coming to the plate. Mackenzie batting in place of Jessica Davis, who was 0 for 2 on the day. She popped up into an infield fly rule with bases loaded in the 3rd. And it was a hard hit ground ball to the shortstop. A great play by the shortstop to retire Ellie Miney, who is on deck.
Now batting number 16, Mackenzie Toombs.
And get the Bears out of that bases loaded jam. Take a look back at the hit by Casey Carpenter as that first pitch up and high for a ball here on Mackenzie Toombs. So Toombs at the plate. First time we've seen her at the plate here this afternoon, and did not see her in game 1 at all. So 1-0 is the count here to the sophomore out of Ackerman. Swings on this one. Second baseman finds it, stumbles it, throws over in time for the putout. Another great play over at second base by Nation. She made a diving stop to take away a base hit from Macy Cox, and then that time gets one on Toombs. The runner does advance to second. Now this is going to be Ellie Miney coming up to the plate. Ellie is 0 for 2 on the day. She flew out to center field and grounded out on a great play to the shortstop, as we just talked about, to end the 3rd inning. So Ellie will try to spark the bats here for the Indians. ICC's bats, I mean, they've got 6 hits today. They just have not been timely, and you got to give all the credit to Latham today, as that pitch high and inside for a ball. You got to give credit to Latham, because when she needed that out pitch, she's had it so far. And 2, she's had some pretty solid defensive play after giving up 2 errors to start the game. The Bears have been solid behind her, especially Nation over at second. So 1-0 is the count here to Ellie Miney. ICC trails it 4-2. This is the tying run to plate in Ellie. As that pitch missing low and outside for a ball. 2-0 now goes the count to Miney. Well, that's the thing. This game is still in doubt, but it just feels like it should be a lot larger lead for Southwest right now, as they have simply dominated this contest from start to all the way up here through the top of the 5th. So waiting the pitch here to Miney. Looks at that one in there for a strike. 2-1 now is the count here to Ellie. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. That's Sparks running in place of Carpenter over at second base. Carpenter singled to start the inning, or excuse me, singled 1 out in the inning. And 2 great defensive plays by Nation at second base has kept the Indians' bats quiet here this inning. That pitch missing low and inside. 3-1 now is the count to Miney. Hope Harmon waiting on deck for ICC. Would love to get a chance to come to a at-bat here in this inning. 3-1 is the count here to Ellie Miney. Latham tosses that one across, and that's going to go for ball four. Good eye on the part of Ellie Miney. Now the tying run is on the base here for the Indians, and this is going to be Hope Harbin coming to the plate. Hope is 1 for 2. She singled, stole the base, and was left stranded in scoring position back in the second. Popped up on a pitch in on her hands to the shortstop for the first out of the fourth inning. So Hope trying to find her second hit of the game. And the Indians trying to find a way to spark a rally here with 2 outs. They trail 4-2. That pitch across for a strike. Nice job by Latham, just loading up and zipping that one across. 0-1 now is the count here to Harbin. You got pretty good speed on the bases here. One for Sparks at second. Miney with pretty good speed over at first. And Hope Harbin, who is at the plate right now, really good speed. There's a shot. It's going to bounce off the glove and straight to the second baseman. Throw over is in time. Well, it's just that kind of day, ladies and gentlemen, as that ball was hard hit. Came off the glove of the pitcher, went straight to the second baseman, who threw it over for the out. So nothing you could do there for the Indians as 3 great plays defensively by Nations at second. It's just one of those innings where the Breaks beat the girls on that one. And Southwest takes advantage. ICC once again leading runners stranded. They've left 9 on the bag, 6 of those in scoring position. They trail at 4-2. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 4-2 is your score as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Game 2 has been all Southwest since the bottom of the 1st inning. ICC, they've had their opportunities, but Southwest is getting it done defensively. And if you're an ICC fan watching at home, all you can do is tip your cap right now and say, good job, Southwest. As this is going to be a ground ball, foul ball. Casey Carpenter re-entered over at third base. She originally started the game over at first. She replaced Summer Kreider over at third. The DP, Macy Cox, moved to first base. Mackenzie Toombs is still out in right field. Let's go ahead and give you, since we went over that, let's go ahead and give you the defensive alignment here for ICC after this pitch. Ball in the dirt. In the circle, Kaylee Nelson behind the plate, Samantha Conley. The infield looks like this. Casey Carpenter at third, shortstop Maddie Miney. Second baseman is Rachel Sternisha. First baseman is Macy Cox. The outfield will give you that after this pitch here from Nelson. That pitch missing low for a ball. Left fielder, Ellie Miney. Center fielder is Hope Harbin. And out in right field, that is Mackenzie Toombs. ICC and Coke, now that's a winning combination. And Coach Kirk hopes that combo he's got on the field right now can find a way to rally and see if the Indians can pick up an exciting come-from-behind win here in Game 2. As that pitch in there for a strike, 2-2 now is the count here to McNabb. McNabb doubled what was left stranded in the second in scoring position. She did drive in a run in that case. And time is taken here by Southwest as their coach wants to talk to the batter and hold everything, folks. The sprinklers have come on out there in left field. Ellie Miney out there going to have to dodge some rain, and she just crosses her arm and kind of just walking around to avoid some of the water out there. Poor Ellie. As the sprinklers are on out here in left field, and Ellie, her sister Maddie, giving her a good laugh out there from shortstop. I'm sure She's loving that as the sprinklers are now cut off. They must be on a timer because the bells are chiming here, and one of the sprinkler heads would not go down, so Ellie's just going to go out there and stomp at it to put it down. All right, well, that's just interesting. So now we'll reset here in this situation. So 2-2 is the count, as this is McNabb at the plate. She did strike out looking in her first at-bat, does have a double on her resume. Fouls this one off to keep the at-bat alive here. Well, that just made things interesting out in left field. Wet turf now out there could hopefully not affect either team after the sprinklers came on. Good job by whoever that was to quickly get those shut off. Count stays 2-2 after that foul ball. And there's a rip ball, but foul. And we'll stay at 2-2. Well, trouble is due up this inning, and that's Latham. She has been a thorn in the side of the Indians. One pitching-wise, but she's also got an RBI single and a solo home run. So she accounts for those 2 runs. That's the difference in the game right now. McNabb is the DP. She's got a double and an RBI. That pitch high, gets away from the catcher, bounced off the mask of the home plate umpire. Sam just reaches back, pats him on the head, says, "My bad." 3-2 now is the count here to McNabb. Nelson needs to find a way to not lose her here. Pitch coming, and she does. So leadoff walk. And now this will bring up Jeff Coate, who walked, scored a run, and has grounded out to the shortstop to end the second.
Number 28, Carrington, Jeff Coate.
So Jeff Coate will try to see if the Bears can pick up an insurance run here. We're in the bottom of the 5th. And time is going to be taken once again here by the Southwest coach line. We may be getting a runner in this situation for McNabb. Just need a little bit more speed in the bases in this situation. Slight number 1 will come in to run.
Returning for the Lady Bears, number 1, Kaylin Jordan.
And so Kaylin Jordan will come in.
Get her, Sam. Get her, Sam.
That pitch across for a strike to Jeff Coate. So 0-1 is the count here to Jeff Coate. Runner at first base. That pitch missing for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, and no outs here as the Bears trying to find an insurance run here to tack on another run. Latham is on deck for the Bears as she's been a tough out today for the Indians. There's going to be a blistering shot out to left field. We'll try to throw it to second in a hurry and nearly gets the runner at second. But a nice hit there from Jeff Coate. Hit it hard enough that the runner advancing from first to second wasn't really hustling down that time. And a good throw in that time by Ellie and made it a lot closer than she thought it was going to be. And now here comes Latham. In her last at bat, she hit a no-doubt home run out to left field. She also had an RBI single back in the first inning, so she's hoping to help her cause here with another clutch hit here. No outs, runners on first and second. Here for the Bears, they lead at 4-2. Ball hops across, blocked up by Conley. 1-0 is the count. So 1-0 is the count here to Latham. Stands in, takes that pitch, missing for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. 2 balls, no strikes, and no outs. Runners at first and second here for the Bears. Indians would love to see if they can roll up a Little Caesars double play here to at least get 2 outs in the inning. And that pitch across for a strike. Latham shakes her head and agrees with the call there. Good pitch from Nelson. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and no outs. Grounder. And a nice play over there by the Southwest coach to scoop that one up. Tosses it to Carpenter, who relays it back to Nelson. 2-2 now is the count. So wait, the 2-2 offering here. Pitch coming, hangs up. 3-2 now. So 3-2 is the count. Pitch on its way, and just pulled that one foul down the line, and we'll stay at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. That's the situation right now here on Latham, who is 2 for 2 on the day with an RBI single and a solo home run. Trying to find a way to win the battle here. Nelson trying to find the first down of the inning. Awaiting the 3-2 pitch here from Nelson. And again, Latham doing a good job putting the bat on the ball and fouling it off. So the count stays 3-2 here. Runners on first and second. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Southwest leading this game 4-2. Looking to pick up some insurance runs here. And no! Ball 4 called there. Looked like a pretty good call for strike 3, but did not get it there for the Indians. And that's just kind of the way the breaks have been going here for the girls in game 2. So now bases will be loaded with no outs. And I believe this will be Red coming to the plate here for the Bears. So Red with a great opportunity here to blow this game open for the Bears, and we'll have a break in the action as Coach Kurt wants to come out and talk to his girls here. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Yeah, these Red Bull slushes are invigorating, right?
I know it, man. I'm feeling confident, feeling pumped. I want to jump this thing.
I don't know if that's such a good idea, TJ.
No, man, I need help. Can we jump this thing?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Rush in for Sonic's new Red Bull slushes. Half price during happy hour.
Bacon, Swiss cheese, juicy chicken on a King's Hawaiian bun.
Oh, what else is it saying?
It's saying you still owe me that $30.
Hang up!
Hurry into Sonic for the King's Hawaiian Chicken or Burger Club and try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Itawamba Community College is now offering 3-day weekends. You can be one of the first to take advantage of a compact course schedule with a majority of classes offered Monday through Thursday. Let us customize your education to fit your needs. Become a part of the ICC family and apply today at apply.iccms.edu. ICC, the best start here.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen, as Hannah Swallers taking her warm-up tosses here and is getting set to go for the Indians. The 3 runners on the bases, they belong to Kaylee Nelson. So Hannah Swallers will be greeted by Red at the plate. Looks like we're going to have a runner coming into this situation as well. So So Smith will come in to run at second base to replace Jeffcoat. And we also have a batter on deck for the Bears, number 29, coming into this situation. So a whole lot of changes going on there for both teams. No outs, bases for the Bears here. Southwest looking to have a big inning here and blow this one open as Hannah Swaller's first pitch in there for a strike. So Red at the plate. She is 1 for 2 on the day with a single. She did ground out to third. So obviously the Indians, your first option is going home. As that pitch paints the outside corner. 0-2 now is the count. Good job by Swallers to quickly get ahead in the count here. On Red. There's no outs. Bases full of Bears here. They lead at 4-2, trying to get the merry-go-round spinning here, see if they can put this thing away. That pitch missing outside. Not a bad spot to miss that time after getting the outside corner. Good eye on the part of Red to hold off on that one. 1-2 goes the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and no outs. Bases loaded once again here for Southwest. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. They lead at 4-2. That pitch outside. 2-2 now goes the count. Good job by Conley to go out and find that one and keep it in front of her. Count evens up now at 2-2 with no outs. 2-2 pitch coming. This one popped up. Ellie Miney's going to chase over in foul territory and make the play. And then a good job by Ellie to quickly look the runner back to third. It wasn't deep enough to advance the runner, but Ellie Miney gets the first out of the inning.
Pitching for the Lady Bears, number 29, Madison Newman.
So Newman will come to the plate here. Bases loaded. And 1 out. Boy, the Indians could use a Little Caesars double play to get out of this jam. ICC's loaded the bases once today and couldn't do anything with them. The Bears tried to avoid that here. That pitch missing low and outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Remind you, our next broadcast will be on Wednesday. Time to be determined. It'll be the same 2 teams playing. ICC and Southwest in the opening round of the MACJC tournament down at Jones. That pitch inside, missing. 2-0 now is the count. Well, no place to put Newman here. McManus is on deck. Newman is at the plate. 2-0 is the count, so you got to come after her here. So see if Southwest is going to be aggressive with Newman at the dish. Grounder, and it's going to go to third. And they're going to call it a foul ball, as it did go between the legs of the base runner that time. Almost was a tailor-made double play. If that one could have stayed fair, you had the option of tagging the bag, which that's where Carpenter was standing. Could have actually tagged the runner at third base or threw it over to first. So a big-time break there for the Bears if that one rolled foul. So 2-1 now is the count here to Newman. Bases full of Bears with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. 4-2 Southwest with the lead. Ground ball, foul ball, and the coach skipping out of the way of it. Now the count goes 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Bears trying to find a way to pick up an insurance run here in the bottom of the 5th. They lead at 4-2. As we talked about, this game, even though it's a 2-run game, feels like it should be about a 4 or 5-run game. It's been dominated by the Bears since the bottom of the 2nd inning. ICC did score 2 runs in the top of the 1st, but since then they have left 9 runners on the bag, 7 of those in scoring position. That's going to be a foul ball. 6 of those in scoring position. So 6 of the 9 runners in scoring position for ICC. For the Bears, they have left so far 4 on the bags, 3 of those in scoring position. And there's going to be another pitch on the hands, fouled off. Nice job by Newman to find a piece of that one. She's fouled off at least 3 pitches so far in this at-bat. trying to find a way to win the battle here. Hannah Swallers, however, she would love to find her first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day to get the second out of the inning and see if the Indians can dodge a bullet here. But 2-out hitting has been clutch for Southwest today. That's the difference in the ball game. 2-2 pitch on its way. Ground ball, Miney. There's one. Can they get two? Yes, they do! A big-time Little Caesars double play there to get out of the inning. 6-4-3, a clutch double play started there by Maddie Miney at shortstop. Let's go back and look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay here one more time before we hear from Little Caesars. Boy, the Indians get out of a big-time jam there. Can ICC find some bats? As we'll head to the top of the 6th inning, Southwest leads it 4-2. We'll take a break and let's hear from Little Caesars and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as it's gut check time for the Indians as they're running out of outs as Southwest leads this one 4-2 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. And for ICC to be the 1-2-3 batters due up, Maddie Miney, who is 0 for 3 on the day, Rachel Stranisha, who is 1 for 3, and Samantha Conley, who is 1 for 2. She's been hit by a pitch. Stranisha and Conley, the only runs scored so far in the contest for the Indians. That pitch, missing low for a ball. Latham still in the circle here. She has been pretty darn good today for the Bears as offensively she had a solo home run. She also had an RBI single, so she has accounted for 2 of the 4 runs so far as Miney pops this one up. It's going to get back. Will it get out of play? No, it will not, as the third baseman will come in and make the play. And again, it's just one of those days when the brakes are going against you and you're just in a little bit of a slump. Those type of plays go there. That ball about a solid 6 inches away from getting off the net. Instead, stays in play, and Miney is retired. Now this will be Rachel Stranisha at the plate. Rachel singled but was left stranded back at scoring position. That was in the 4th inning. She struck out to end the 2nd, reached on an error and scored a run in the 1st. So 1 out and nobody on as that pitch missing high and outside for a ball.
All right.
1-0 is the count. Stranisha trying to spark the bats for the Indians here. They trail 4-2. That pitch missing low for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. For the Indians, this is where you want to be if you want to try to get back in this one. As Stranisha and Conley and Cox have accounted for 3 of the 6 hits today. That pitch missing low for a ball. 3-0 now is the count. Latham starting to labor a little bit here late in the contest, but once again, when she does run into trouble, her defense has had her back all day long. And as a pitcher, that helps you, when you do start running out a little bit of gas, help you have a little bit more confidence as the game progresses. And she has got plenty of that today. 3-0 is the count. And taking the whole way that time was Stranisha as that pitch across for a strike. 3-1 now. Goes the count here on Rachel. There's one out in the inning. Nobody on base. Indians trail 4-2. Samantha Conley is on deck for ICC. And that pitch across for a strike is Stranisha taking the whole way that time. Good pitch by Latham to find that upper outside corner for strike 2. 3-2 now goes the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Stranisha's got to protect the plate here. Chokes up a little bit on the bat. Latham getting the signal, now set to deliver. Pitch on its way. This one a flare, and it's going to be over the head of the second baseman. Well, maybe that was the break the Indians needs there, as that's the first time today that a hit like that has actually failed for the Indians. Over the last couple of innings, those have dropped in the gloves of the defensive players. So now this will be Samantha Conley coming to the plate. Sam, 1 for 2 on the day. She was hit by a pitch. Her runner, that was Lily Moore. She came in, stole the base, advanced on a pass ball, but was left stranded at third when the Indians left bases loaded in the 3rd inning. Conley takes that pitch in there for a strike. ICC fans and Coach Thompson over there at first base thought that one was up a little bit. So 0-1 now is the count here on Samantha Conley. Sam was left stranded at first back in the 4th inning. She also reached on an error in the 1st and scored a run. Little hit and run action. The runner goes. The throw is in time. Stranisha caught trying to steal. 2-6 on the putout. And again, just when the breaks are going against you, or if they're going in your favor, those type things happen in your favor. And let's give all the credit in the world to Southwest here in Game 2. They're doing what it takes to win this ball game, and that's why they lead it 4-2. So now Conley at the dish. Rips this one, and it's going to be off the glove of the first baseman. That's going to go for a hit, as that was a hard hit down the line. Boy, how big was that last play by the Bears to catch Stranisha trying to steal the base. If not, they've got runners on the corners in this situation. So a big-time caught stealing. And now this is going to be JoJo coming to the plate. 2 outs in the inning. Vasquez coming to bat. She batting in place of Summer Kreider. And so awaiting the pitch here to JoJo. That pitch in there for a strike. Well, as we said, when Latham has needed out, she's found a way to get them. We're in the top of the 6th inning. ICC trailing 4-2 here in Game 2. They won the first game of the day 11-3. Vasquez fouls this one back. Off the netting. 0-2 now is the count. Well, again, the Indians, they're just a big swing of the bat away from tying this thing, especially in this case with JoJo. They've got the tying run to the plate numerous times, even on the bags a couple of times. But Southwest has done a great job of finding their way out of some jams throughout the contest. That pitch missing outside. One of the fans barked strike. And I thought he called it a strike. I was like, whoa, my goodness, but did not. 1-2 is the count here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. There's a runner at first base. That is Samantha Conley. Joanna Vasquez at the plate. She represents the tying run here in the top of the 6th. 1-2 pitch coming. JoJo pops this one up. Center fielder's going to be able to camp underneath it. Yes, she will for the out. Another good pitch there by Latham to find the 3rd out of the inning, and ICC once again leaving a runner stranded. We'll move to the bottom of the 6th inning. ICC trails it 4-2. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Itawamba Community College is now offering 3-day weekends. You can be one of the first to take advantage of a compact course schedule with a majority of classes offered Monday through Thursday. Let us customize your education to fit your needs. Become a part of the ICC family and apply today at apply.iccms.edu. ICC, the best start here.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to start the bottom of the sixth inning here. Hannah Swaller still in the circle here for ICC. They trail it 4-2. The Indians will be down to their final 3 outs when they get to the plate in the top of the 7th. So ICC wants to try to keep Southwest off the board here in the bottom part of the 6th. It's been all Southwest. Lathrop has been the story of the day. Every time ICC has put a runner on in scoring position after the first inning, she's been able to get out of those jams. She got out of a bases loaded jam in third. As a matter of fact, ICC has left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runners in scoring position. 10 altogether in the contest. Southwest has left 5 for those in scoring position as a swing and a miss on the pitch there by McManus. McManus, Nelson, and Buzzy scheduled up here in the bottom of the 6th. 4-2. Southwest with the lead, ICC. Trailing in this one. This pitch popped up, back, and it will get out of play. 0-2 now is the count. No balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. 4-2 is your score. The Bears with the lead in this one. Swallers wants a different ball, so they'll swap them out. Ground ball, shortstop will get it. Throw over will be in time. Nice stretch by Macy Cox over there at first base. 6-3 on the putout of McManus. And so with 1 out now, this should be Nelson coming to the plate.
Pitching for the Bears, number 4, Bailey Starton.
So Starton will come to the plate here. That pitch missing for a ball. Swing and a miss. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. That pitch inside corner, but missing. 2-1 now is the count. So 2-1 now is the count. You see the shadows stretching across the field. Unfortunately, not stretching across my view here in the press box. Has been squinting for quite a while. That pitch foul back. 2-2 is the count. Of course, the sun camping out in your eyes like that all day. I took it at Cedron earlier and going to have to take another one on the way home. So 2-2 is the count with 1 out. Nobody on base here. Hard hit ground ball is going to get through. And a nice at bat that time for a one-out single, just laid back, waited on the pitch, and ripped one past the third baseman out to left field. And the ball quickly relayed in to keep the runner over at first base. And now this will be Buzzy coming to the plate. Looks like we'll have a runner coming in, or will it be Nelson coming back into the contest?
First base, number 10, Terry Nelson.
So yes, it will be Nelson coming back in to run in this situation.
Now batting left fielder, T.O. Buzzy.
So Buzzy will come in this situation here with one out and a runner at first base. Southwest trying to pick up some insurance runs here. They lead at 4-2 here. We're in the bottom of the sixth. That pitch missing high for a ball. You see the defensive alignment here for the Indians. Infield is in. Center fielder almost in on the dirt as well. Anticipating the slap hit here. Does lay the bunt down, it goes foul. I tell you what, if she could slap something up the middle or pop it over the head on a little bit of a line drive over the pitcher, well, that could be big time trouble there for the Indians. If she can hit something hard enough that can get through the pitcher and the first baseman who is lining up in the second base position there in Macy Cox. Because that's where the gap is, and it's there for days. Slow roller. There's only one play with nobody covering second. 6-3 on the putout. Or it should be 6-4 on the putout, technically, as that was Stradisha covering the bag. So now with two away and a runner at second, Nation will come to the plate. She had a double in the second. Her other two at-bats were ground outs to the shortstop. So she's going to try to spark a rally here with two outs, and that's really and truly the difference in the game. So that pitch missing, 1-0 is the count. Runner at second, that is Nelson, who came back in to run. There's two outs in the inning, 4-2. ICC trailing it. Ground ball, that's going to be a foul ball. We're in the bottom of the sixth inning, game two. ICC won the first game of the day, 11-3. And Latham, she has peppered some hits today, but when she's needed some outs, she's found them. And so all you can do right now as an ICC fan is just tip your cap to Latham, because not only that, but she's also got it done at the plate, as she's accounted for 2 runs in the contest, and that's the difference in the game right now. There's a foul ball off the netting. 1-2 now is the count here to Nation. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here. ICC trying to get out of this inning with no damage done to see if they can spark the bats in the top of the 7th. The Bears, however, will be looking for a 3-up, 3-down inning to earn the split this afternoon in Summit. That pitch missing outside. Not a bad spot to miss that time by Swallers. Couldn't get her to chase one. Good eye on the part of Nations that time. 2-2 is the count. Pitch coming. That one goes high. Fly ball, trouble. Nope, it's a home run. Well, thought it had a chance to drop, but it just carried. And that's going to be a 2-run home run for Nation, and that might do it right there, ladies and gentlemen. And it almost comes in fitting fashion that it comes with 2 outs in the inning, as 2-out hitting has been the key for Southwest today. As all but 1 run have come with 2 outs in each inning today. And again, all you can do is just tip your hat to the Bears, as TCB, they've taken care of business here in game 2. Hard hit line drive. It's going to go for a base hit. Just out of the reach of the third baseman. Back-to-back hits now, and the Bears starting to light up the hits here in this inning. The third hit of the inning, second home run of the day. The Bears have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. And now this will be Jeffcoat, who singled, and her runner, number 8, was left stranded. She's 1 for 2 of the day with a walk and a run scored. Fastball in there for a strike from Swallers. So 0-1 is the count here to Jeffcoat. This pitch fouled off, out of play. 0-2 now is the count. So Swallers 0-2 pitch coming, and that pitch missing low. 1-2 now is the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs as Swallers wants a different ball here. So waiting the 1-2 pitch from Swallers. And that pitch just missing for a ball. Conley framed that one for a second, held on to it. Some of the ICC faithful wanting it for a strike. 2-2 now goes the count here on Jeffcoat. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. A runner over at first base here for the Bears. They've put 2 runs on the board so far here. And there's going to be a pitch, and it's going to go foul. Just foul by a foot there. If that one doesn't track its way down the line and hook a little bit, it's going to be a fair ball. Another run scored. So a good job that time by Jeffcoat. She kind of got jammed up on the pitch, was able to fight it off, and actually kind of let that one fly a little bit more than I thought it was going to. And about another foot to her right, and she's still running right now. So 2-2 is the count here on Jeffcoat. Be a big time for a Renaissance Bank strikeout here if we can find one to end the inning and keep the damage to a minimum here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Pitch coming. Instead, it's going to be a liner right back up the middle, almost like it skimmed off the legs of the pitcher that time. And back-to-back-to-back hits now. 4th hit of the inning here for the Bears. And the hits continue. And here comes trouble. Latham coming to the plate. She's 2 for 2 on the day with a single and a home run, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. She's also walked. And so Latham, not only is she getting it done in the circle, getting it done and helping her own cause at the plate. Again, 2-out hitting has been big for the Bears here in Game 2. And nothing you can do, nothing you can say. You just got to find a way to find those outs, and ICC has not done that here in Game 2. So you got to give all the credit in the world here to the Bears for being able to come out there and get it done. So 1-0 is the count here to Latham. Looks at that pitch, missing low. 2-0 now is the count. Conley wanting to come out and talk to her pitcher here just to kind of calm her down for a second. You've got runners at first and second with Latham at the plate. She does have a solo home run. That was back in the 3rd inning. She had an RBI single in the 1st. She walked in the 5th, but was part of a Little Caesars double play to end the 5th inning. So 2 outs hits continue here for the Bears. And as I've said time and time, that's the difference between good team and average teams, and right now that's the difference in the ball game is 2-out hitting for the Bears this afternoon. That pitch blocked up. Runner's going to try to go to 3rd. The throw down is in time, but the tag is missed that time as the runner dove well out of the way of the play to get in there on 3rd. The runner, however, at first base, did not advance on the throw that time, so could have actually had 2 runners in scoring position. So that was kind of a break in a sense for the Indians. 3-0 is the count here. And that's going to be, wow, strike 1 called. thought that was ball 4. I think everybody in the ballpark except the guy at home plate thought that was ball 4. Nearly hit her. She had to jump out of the way of it. It was called a strike. So 3-1 now is the count to Latham. And there's a makeup call as she'll head down to first with the walk. Second time she's drawn a walk, and I don't know if that's a bad thing if you're an ICC fan, the way she's been hitting the ball today. But the bases are loaded once again here for the Bears. This will be Red coming to the plate. She was at the plate last time that the Bears had bases loaded, and she flew out in foul territory to Ellie Miney for the first out of the inning before that Little Caesars double play ended the inning in the 5th to get the Indians out of the jam. So the Bears are going to look to redeem themselves here. Here's the thing. If she sends this one out of the ballpark, it's ball game. Big, healthy swing and a miss. That's what she was thinking there, but misses it for strike 1. 0-1 now is the count. Well, it isn't often that ICC gets run ruled, and it's happened twice this season. That was against a really good Marion military team on a really bad day at the ballpark for the Indians as that pitch drifts high. Good job by Conley finding that one. 1-1 now is the count. So if the Bears can return serve after getting run ruled in the first game, find a way to run roll the Indians here in game 2, boy, that will make a whole lot of momentum heading into Wednesday's matchup in the opening round of the state playoffs at Jones. That pitch missing low for a ball. 2-1 now is the count here to Red. Well, you've heard the song That Will Never End. This feels like the game that will never end. Our first American National Bank opening pitch came your way at 4:25. It's now 6:40. India still looking for their final out of the inning here. That pitch in there for a strike. 2-2 now is the count here to Red. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Bases full of Bears here. The ICC trailing in the contest 6-2. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Game 2. And again, 2-out hitting has been clutch for the Bears. This one popped up. Center fielder Hope Harbin should squeeze this one. She will for the out. But the damage was done. It was a 2-run home run. As they get 2 runs on 4 hits and 3 left on base. We'll take a timeout. Come back with the top of the 7th inning. ICC, they need 4 to push us to the bottom half of the inning. 5 to maybe have a chance to win it in regulation. We'll take a break and see what they can do and come back and hear a few words from our sponsors right here on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Itawamba Community College is now offering 3-day weekends. You can be one of the first to take advantage of a compact course schedule with a majority of classes offered Monday through Thursday. Let us customize your education to fit your needs. Become a part of the ICC family and apply today at apply.iccms.edu. ICC, the best start here.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Move to the top of the 7th inning. It's do or die time here for the Indians. They trail at 6-2. For ICC to be Macy Cox, Casey Carpenter, and Mackenzie Toombs due up here for the Indians. Macy is 1 for 2 on the day. She singled back in the first inning, was left stranded. She walked, advanced on a pass ball, was left stranded in scoring position in the 3rd, and grounded out to 2nd on a great play by Nations to start the 5th inning. So Macy, check swing. It's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. Throw over is going to be in time for the out. So the check swing stayed fair. And that might be the best example of the day today for the Indians at the plate. Just one of those when they do make contact, and it's just one of those plays just happen to go the way of the Bears there. And now this is going to bring up Casey Carpenter with 2 outs. 6-2 is your score. We're in the top of the 7th inning. ICC is going to need a big-time rally to try to come back in this one, but the way the Bears are played here in Game 2, not discrediting the Indians, but the Bears have just been lights out here all day long as that pitch across for a strike, and that's the young lady that's done it. Latham has been great inside the circle. She's been great at the plate. She has kept the Indians not necessarily in check, but every time they've had an opportunity to put some runs on the board, she's been able to find some outs. This pitch, a high fly ball, and the second baseman will go back and record it for the out. It's 2 away now, and this will be Mackenzie Toombs coming to the plate. Excuse me, no, this is actually number 21, Maggie Smithy.
Pitching for the line, number 21, Maggie Smithy.
So Smithy will come in to bat for the first time this afternoon. Just getting a little new blood at the plate here for the Indians to see if they can find anybody to get something going. ICC, they've been able to put runners on the bags whenever they've had 2 outs in the innings, but unlike the Bears, they haven't been able to come up with 2-out hits. So kudos to the Bears here in Game 2. Easily could have folded up 10 after getting run ruled in the first game of the day. They did not do so. They have came out, scored 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and then added 2 more in the bottom of the 6th to make it a 4-run contest. ICC trying to extend the inning here with some 2-out hitting, and they've got to get a lot of it going here, starting with Maggie Smithy. We'll move directly into the Renaissance Bank postgame report at the conclusion of this one, as it's already been a long game, so we're going to try to wrap it up in a hurry here and get back on the road and head back to Fulton. As that pitch on the corner for a strike, 1-0 is the count. About a 4.5-hour drive ahead of us. And then 8:30 meeting for the Region Baseball Tournament in the morning, so quick turnaround, which is the norm in the Sports Information Department. And Smithy swings on that one and misses. 0-2 now is the count here. So the ICC faithful trying to get behind Smithy here. The Southwest faithful trying to cheer Latham to the complete game victory here. 0-2 pitch coming. Missing high for a ball. 1-2 now goes the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Nobody on here in the top of the 7th inning. The ICC trailing 6-2 here in Game 2. Southwest trying to rally and get the split with the Indians. As that pitch goes high for a ball. 2-2 now is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. What did the 2-2 pitch? This one fouled back and out of play, and we'll stay at 2-2. Remind you, our next broadcast on the Red Channel will be coming your way Wednesday when ICC and Southwest square off again in the opening round of the state tournament at Jones. Time to be determined. Then Thursday and Friday we'll have the graduations, as there's going to be a liner, and it's going to get out to the right side. So nice job there by Maggie Smithy coming in to bat there, gets the hit. And so with 2 outs now, this is going to be number 14, Abigail Colvin, coming up to the plate. Abigail, better known as Gator.
Pitching for the line, number 14, Abigail Colvin.
So Colvin will come in here for the Indians. As we said, you'll hear some fans, and heck, a lot of people don't even know her first name, kind of like me. Everybody calls me Gore. Everybody calls her Gator. Matter of fact, I had someone ask me the other day what my last name was, when in fact it is Gore. First name, Adam. So that pitch in the dirt, blocked up nicely that time by Red. Runner cannot advance. 1-0 is the count here to Gator. Well, ICC, they're due for a little bit of a run here. Can they find it with 2 outs in the top of the 7th? They've got to have a big rally here if they want to extend this contest. They trail 6-2. Smithy, she's at first base. She reached on a 2-out single to right. And now this is Gator at the plate. Ball gets away and the runner will advance to second. Right now, if you're Latham, you don't really worry about that. Maybe the coach wanting to come out and just say, hey, worry about this batter in front of you here and do some work as he's going to come out and talk to her. Let's hear from Sonic.
Man, these Red Bull slushes are invigorating, right?
I know it, man. I'm feeling confident, feeling pumped. I want to jump this thing.
I don't know if that's such a good idea, TJ.
No, man, I need help. Can we jump this thing?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Rush in for Sonic's new Red Bull slushes. Half price during happy hour.
Bacon, Swiss cheese, juicy chicken on a King's Hawaiian bun.
Oh, what else is it saying?
It's saying you still owe me that $30.
Hang up!
Hurry into Sonic for the King's Hawaiian Chicken or Burger Club and try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
And welcome back. No changes made there. Just a quick conversation to settle down Latham and say, hey, let's just get this last out, call it a day. And that pitch across for a strike. So whatever the coach said, he may want to figure out and put it in a bottle, as that was a good quick conversation. 2-1 now is the count here to Gator. Colvin at the plate. There's 2 outs and a runner at second. Indians trail this game by 4. We're in the top of the 7th. This pitch fouled right back into your living room. It evens up the count now at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Colvin trying to get something going here for the Indians. 2-2 pitch coming. This one popped up, and that should do it. Left fielder's going to come charging in, and she will squeeze it for the out. And that will do it. Your final score in this one, 6-2. As the Bears earn a split here with the Indians. The Indians had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. 1 error, so the Indians scored 2 runs on 9 hits. They commit 1 error. The Bears, 6 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits of their own, 2 errors as well. Impressive day for Latham in the circle and at the plate. Your stats for ICC, Maddie Miney 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Rachel Stranisha was 2 for 4. She did have a pair of singles and a strikeout. She also reached on an error and scored a run. Samantha Conley was 2 for 3. She reached on an error and scored a run. She did have a pair of singles. She was hit by a pitch. Summer Kreider was 1 for 2 on the day with a single, a stolen base, but was left stranded. Joanna Vasquez was 0 for 2. Macy Cox was 1 for 3 with a walk. She did advance on a pitch. It was left stranded once in scoring position, another time over at first base. Casey Carpenter was 1 for 3 with a walk. She was replacing the bases by Hannah, and she was left stranded in scoring position after Carpenter's single. Jessica Davis was 0 for 2. Toombs was 0 for 1, and Maggie Smithy 1 for 1. She was left stranded in scoring position there in the 7th. Ellie Miney on the day, she was 0 for 2 with the walk. Colvin was 0 for 1. Hope Harbin, she was 1 for 3 with a single and a stolen base. Again, she was left stranded in scoring position. For ICC, they left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 batters in scoring position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those in scoring position. Well, that's going to do it. ICC falls to 33, 12, and 1 on the year. 23 and 5. Southwest improves to 29 and 14, 16 and 12 on the year. And these two teams, they'll meet again on Wednesday in the opening round of the MACJC tournament. Very interesting momentum going into that game now that they've split on the afternoon. So that's going to do it for today's presentation of ICC Athletics here on the ICC Sports Network. For Madison Haley, I'm Adam Gore saying good night here from Summit. We'll see you on Wednesday from Jones as we'll open up MACJC play there at Jones College. ICC wins the first game of the day, 11-3 in 5 innings. Southwest rallies to earn this split with a 6-2 win in Game 2. Have a blessed evening, and as always, Roll Tribe.